We're moving on now to the second set of questions in every family's business. And it's part of 12 questions that we're covering here. And just remember that it's around understanding succession and understanding the thoughts that people have about the opportunity that may be considered here. And as much about the opportunity, it's around protecting the wealth that you do have that's tied up in your family business, or if it's not family, your successor as a business owner, looking for a successor in your own business. There are no wrong answers to the questions. We're just looking for greater clarity between the generations and how and when the business will be sold. So if you're considering gifting the operating business to a child or children, I'm sure you'll find value in hearing whether or not the succeeding generation's prepared to risk their capital today to actually purchase the business. If they're not interested in risking capital to purchase the business, that's great to have that discussion now rather than further down the track. So here we are, we're going on to the next three questions. So question 4, which is for both the parent and the child. And by child, if, as I mentioned earlier, if you are a business owner without a family member, this can be a key person, a management person that you may be considering could be a successor in your business. So question 4 is, do you understand and agree that in the interest of maximising shareholder value, that the business can be sold to a third party at any time? I'm going to repeat that because I think this is a little something that I've found in my discussions with many clients that they don't necessarily address, and that's, do you understand and agree that in the interest of maximising shareholder value, the business can be sold to a third party at any time? So yes or no? I mean, I suppose that's a very, very simple question to answer, which is if somebody came along and wanted to purchase the business, you accept and understand that it will in fact be sold. And in many cases I've seen that no matter how good and big the business is, quite often it is the case of asset rich and cash poor, even though you may have developed a great lifestyle out of the business. Really being able to maximize the cash that you get out of the business means selling the business off to a third party. So yeah, do you understand and agree that should a buyer come along, you could in fact sell the business to a third party at any time? That's question 4. So question 5 is simply to the business owner, the parent. Okay. I agree that within the next 60 days, I will put in place a special compensation formula for the child's name in the event that the business is sold in the next 5 years. So let's say, for instance, you have one of your children working in the family business, and that they've been a key person making sure that the business is thriving, and they've been really instrumental in growing it. That means if you are going to sell the business in the next 5 years, they need to be taken care of and rewarded. In fact, you want to take care of them and reward them. So especially in the case of not just one, but maybe several family members or key people working in your business, it's very important to consider how they will react if they are thinking that they're going to be going to own the business and you sell it off to a third party. You want to put in place some sort of compensation plan for them. So that question again, I agree that within the next 60 days, I will put in place a special compensation formula for your key person or your significant child, or family member who is in the business in the event that it's sold in the next 5 years. Okay, so now we're on to question 6, which is for both the parent and the child. So this one is, as a fundamental principle, I understand that from time to time we will receive unsolicited offers from third parties to acquire the business. These offers will be considered and accepted at the discretion of the controlling shareholder and supported by the child, whoever that might be, the child's name. So this is really bringing to the surface the fact that you will consider it, you will consider third-party offers from time to time, and that the controlling shareholder, in fact, is the final arbiter in many ways, but that you will be supported by the child or the family member that's in the business or the key person that you may be having this discussion with. And it's really important that you do both have a really good discussion so that there is some understanding around it and you can come to an agreement to consider it very seriously. So that is, again, that question as a fundamental principle. I understand that from time to time we will receive unsolicited offers from third parties to acquire the business, and the offers will be considered and accepted at the discretion of the controlling shareholder and supported by your child or your key person.